Like I said, each day that we were able to hold people, give Coach Geary a nice pat on the back and say, nice work there, buddy. He's really does a nice job with our defense. That's his emphasis, and certainly I was kind of a zone fan before, and he really did a nice job of wearing me down and said, you know what, hey, let's get after these people, and we've been working since, and here's the results. So just want to give credit where credit is due. We did make the adjustment to double down on Kenny, who's a phenomenal athlete, as you guys have seen, and tried to really make them beat us from the outside.
Did you, now, going into the last 3 games, I mean, you got the scenario set of trying to get a number 1 seed, because is that now the goal that you guys want to have going into the Horizon League tournament?
That was our goal last spring. That's what we've been playing for the entire time. Luckily, our conference is set up such that the winner gets to host, and that's what we like it here in Detroit. We would like to sleep in our home beds. Certainly, the alternatives in the past have been a 10-hour trip up to Green Bay. So it's a trip we don't want to take, and that's what we've been working towards since day one. Come on in, Bridge.
Sorry. It's on there.
Don't bleed on me. That's all. Jeez.
We've got enough crazy going on now. I'm sorry.
That was scoring today. 4 players in double figures. You almost made it 5. It seems like you guys are really at your best when you have the 5 starters, maybe Misha stepping in, have 5 or 6 players to really contribute. Can you talk a little bit about that balance?
Well, it's just we run an offense that's geared towards trying to penetrate, and we're not. It's amazing to what Bridge has been able to do, because we don't set 50 billion screens for her. We don't. So that's something. Sorry about that. So we really look to get everybody involved, and so when everyone steps up, that allows her to get her open looks. But yeah, that's what we've said all along. If we can get 5 or 6 people in double figures, that's what we want, and because that is most likely going to lead to wins.
Brigid, talk a little bit about how the mental aspect from the Butler game coming into this game, how you guys really bounced back. Great practice yesterday, I assume?
We watched the film. I mean, it wasn't a great night Thursday night, certainly not, but it was just one of those things. Coach came into practice and said, you had your time. You had your time to be sad. That's kind of the luxury of being in this Horizon League season, where you go Thursday, Saturday. You can't be sad very long. You've got to bounce back real quickly, and Coach again was smart to point out that we're still in the lead. We were still the first place team. We lost that game, but we were still a half a game ahead. So we had to come out today and win to preserve that first place position. So that was the big thing. Rather than being sad about losing, we needed to get angry and come out here and win our basketball game.
Good, Bridge.
Bridget, after you got hurt, had a pretty sizable lead. You didn't really have to come back, but with it being senior day, was that the reason?
No, I
think she subbed herself in, to be honest. Which is fine. Yes.
It wasn't a function of it was senior day. It's just, if it's done bleeding, I want to get back in the game. So I don't want to sit on the bench if we got a 50-point lead.
I don't think that any type of for us. I mean, just any type of lead is, unless it's 40 points with 3 minutes to go or 1 minute to go. But I just think that it's so dangerous at the end of the games. Like I told these guys, we scored 6 points in 38 seconds at their place. So why aren't they? Why wouldn't they be thinking the same thing, that they immediately 3 threes they could erase that lead like that? So it's nice to have Bridge out there, because even if she's not scoring, she takes an entire defensive player away. And matter of fact, they went to a box and one on her right away. And so thankfully our other players were able to step up and get in the gaps and penetrate and find open players.
Now, Brigid, looking at the numbers right now, you got 3 games on the road. What do you think now of that game against Cleveland State? How important it is to get that first win on the road?
It's huge. From here on out, that Cleveland State game is huge. The Youngstown State game is huge, and the Wright State game is huge. We need to win out if we're going to be successful in this conference. We don't have, with Butler and Green Bay just kind of being right on our heels, we don't have a margin for error. So we need to go down, set the tone in Cleveland, and then kind of ride that tone all the way out into the tournament in a couple weeks.
Can you really believe that you guys are maybe 2-3 games away of being a #1 seed? I mean, coming through a 2-9 record, you guys are a Cinderella team here.
I mean, we always knew we had the ability to do it in the conference. I'm more impressed with where we've come. You know, it being senior day, we're able to reflect on the past 4 years. I'm much more impressed in where we've come in the past 4 years. So, I mean, you look at our non-conference schedule, it was tough. It was going to be tough to come out 500 with that non-conference schedule. But we never lost sight of the Horizon League, and whereas other teams probably, when they saw that 2-9 record, they might have looked down upon us a little bit. We knew coming into the Horizon League we had a good shot to beat every team in this league.
And I wouldn't call us a Cinderella. We call ourselves the ugly stepsisters.
Yeah, that's true. That is very true. I was going to say.
You know, Green Bay has been typically the Cinderella team, so we just, you know, we had a perception, and people just really, whether it's false reports on scores, whether it's, you know, thinking that maybe there could have been some recognition here and there. So we like our role. We like our role, and we continue to have that chip on our shoulder all the way through.
Any more questions?